I hired Mark to fix my leaky kitchen faucet. What I didn't expect was for this 26-year-old handyman to fix something much deeper, the broken pieces of my 40-year-old heart. Fresh from a devastating divorce, I was just trying to make my house feel like home again. But when Mark showed up at my door with his toolbox and gentle smile, he didn't just repair my kitchen. He rebuilt my faith in love, one careful fix at a time. Hi, I'm Emma Rodriguez. I'm 40 years old and I teach English at Westwood High School, or I used to teach. Right now, it's the middle of summer and I'm trying to put my life back together. 3 months ago, my 18-year marriage ended. The day I found out Tom was having an affair with another woman, my world collapsed. When he came home that evening, he'd already packed his bags. "Emma, I'm not happy anymore. I'm doing this for both of us," he said, as if cheating on me was some kind of favor. Since that day, my house, or rather our old house, had turned into a disaster zone. When Tom left, he broke many things, damaged others. The kitchen faucet was leaking, cabinet doors wouldn't close properly, the bathroom sink was clogged. It was as if everything in the house was as broken as I was. My friend Sarah said, "Emma, call a handyman already. You can't live like this." She was right, but I didn't want to let a stranger into my home, especially not a man. Finally, I couldn't stand it anymore and found Honest Home Repairs online. I liked the name, Honesty. That's exactly what I needed right now. Mark Thompson came to my door Monday morning at 9 a.m. When I opened the door, my first thought was, too young. He was 26 years old with brown hair, blue eyes, and hands calloused from work. His clothes were simple but clean. His smile was genuine. "Mrs. Rodriguez? I'm Mark. You have an appointment for kitchen repairs." "Yes, of course, come in." When Mark entered my house, he looked around. The traces of the divorce process were everywhere. Places on the walls where Tom's pictures had been removed, empty shelves, forgotten belongings in boxes. "Looks like you're going through some big changes," he said gently. "Yes, you could say that. I recently got divorced." "I'm sorry. That must be a difficult process." In that moment, I liked him. Instead of asking questions, he had shown understanding. We went to the kitchen. Mark examined the faucet, tested the cabinet doors, looked at the sink. "You've got some work here," he said with a smile. "But these are all fixable things. Should take about 3 to 4 days." "How much will it cost?" "Don't worry. Fair price. Let's start the work first, then we'll talk." That day, Mark worked from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. During lunch break, I offered him coffee. "Thank you, Mrs. Rodriguez. That would be great." "Please call me Emma. Mrs. Rodriguez sounds too formal." "Okay, Emma." While drinking our coffee, we had small conversations. Mark's father had also been a handyman. He'd learned the trade from him. He'd wanted to go to college, but the family's financial situation hadn't allowed it. Now he was trying to start his own business. "What about you?" he asked. "Have you always been a teacher?" "For 18 years. I love high school. Working with young people gives me energy." 18 years? I was 8 years old then, he said, laughing. I felt a strange tightness inside, hearing our age difference so clearly. The second day, Mark came early in the morning. While I was making coffee, he got to work. I could hear him humming while he worked. Old songs, classic rock. He had a nice voice. "Are you a musician?" I asked while handing him his coffee. "Not really. I play guitar, but as a hobby. Singing while working is just a habit. It doesn't bother me. You have a beautiful voice." His eyes lit up. "Thank you." That day, he focused on his work, but we chatted occasionally. I learned new things about him. He was curious, read books, was a thoughtful young man. Despite his age, he was very mature. The third day, things changed. While we were having our morning coffee, the phone rang. It was Tom. "Emma, we need to talk about the paperwork." My tone changed. I tensed up. "Did you have to call now, Tom?" "This is important. I'm coming over today." I hung up the phone. My hands were shaking. Mark noticed the situation. "Is everything okay?" "My ex-husband. He's coming over. If you'd like, I won't come today. I'll continue tomorrow." "No, please stay. Actually, it's better to have someone in the house." Mark nodded understandingly and continued his work. Tom came at 11 a.m. He entered the house with the same arrogant attitude as always. "Emma, what is this handyman doing here?" "He's fixing what you broke." Tom looked at Mark's thigh. "He looks very young." My heart sank. What Tom was implying was very clear. Mark politely intervened. I'm Mark Thompson, Honest Home Repairs. If you'll excuse me, I'll continue my work. Handling the paperwork with Tom took 2 hours. For 2 hours, I relived all the old lies, accusations, and resentments. After Tom left, I collapsed in the kitchen and started crying. Mark stopped his work and came to me. Emma, don't be upset. That man doesn't deserve you. You don't know what I've been through. You're right, but I know this. You're a strong woman. You'll get through this. That day, after Mark finished his work, he stayed with me longer. He talked to me, comforted me. A 26-year-old young man was consoling a 40-year-old woman. The 4th day, Mark had finished his work, but he found an excuse and came the 5th day too. Then the 6th day. Mark, the work is done. Why do you keep coming? Because I don't want to leave you alone, Emma. My heart raced. Mark, you're 26 years old. I'm 40. So, what will people say? Which people? Your ex-husband who hurt you? Do you care about the opinions of people who make you unhappy? He was right, but I was scared. Mark, this is wrong. What's wrong? I love you, Emma. Your age, your past, none of that matters to me. I care about your heart. That evening, after Mark left, I thought a lot. This young man awakened feelings in me that I hadn't felt for years. The next day, Mark didn't come. I didn't call him because I didn't know what to say. A week later, we ran into each other at the grocery store. When our eyes met, both of our faces turned red. Emma, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? I missed you. His directness surprised me. Mark, do you know, Emma, I've never felt like this in my life. You're special to me. You're still very young, Mark, with girls your own age. Emma, please. I'm not a child. I know what I want. I want you. That night, alone at home, I thought about Mark's words. While Tom had been cheating on me for 18 years, this young man had understood me in 1 week. The next day, I called Mark. Emma, I'm so happy you called. Mark, we need to talk. Can you come to the house? Of course, I'll be there in 10 minutes. When Mark came, I was prepared. Mark, I've been thinking a lot this past week. His face was tense. Me too, Emma. You're a 26-year-old young man. I have 2 teenage children. They're your age. Emma, listen to me. Society will judge us. I'm 14 years older than you. Are you finished? I nodded. Now let me talk. Emma, you're the most beautiful woman I know. Not just your physical beauty, your soul is beautiful. You're kind, intelligent, strong. A fool named Tom lost you, but I don't want to lose you. My eyes filled up. My 18-year marriage failed, Mark. Because you married the wrong man. If you had been with me, you would never have been cheated on. How can you be sure? Because I love you. I really love you. That night, I convinced Mark to stay at my house. Nothing happened. We just talked. We talked until morning. I learned about his dreams, fears, plans. He learned about mine too. The next morning, while I was making breakfast, Mark helped me. Emma, I want to tell you something. What? Last night was the most beautiful night of my life. We only talked, but I was very happy. Me too, Mark. So what are we doing now? I took a deep breath. I don't care what people say anymore. You make me happy. Mark smiled and hugged me. Our first kiss happened in the kitchen, the same kitchen Mark had repaired. The first months of our relationship were secret. No one around me knew about Mark, but Mark was patient, understanding. In the second month, my children came. Lisa is 17, Michael is 15. I introduced Mark as my handyman friend. Lisa looked at Mark with careful eyes. Mom, this man looks a bit young. He's a good handyman. Michael liked Mark, especially when he learned Mark had a guitar. Mark, can you teach me guitar? Mark smiled. Of course, Michael. That day, Mark gave Michael a guitar lesson. Lisa was secretly listening too. Mark's relationship with the children was very natural. After the children went to bed that evening, Lisa came to me. Mom, you like this Mark, don't you? I was surprised. What do you mean? Mom, I'm 17 years old. I can tell when a woman is in love. Lisa, Mom, if he makes you happy, there's no problem. Dad never made you happy. Lisa's understanding really surprised me. Michael had no problem either. He saw Mark as a big brother. In the third month, we were no longer hiding our relationship. My friends, teacher colleagues had met Mark. They were surprised at first, but then they saw what kind of mature and good person Mark was. Sarah said, Emma, this boy is more mature than you. In the 6th month, Mark proposed to me. Emma, I know it's too early, but I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Mark, are you sure? You're still very young. Emma, how many times do I have to say it? Age is just a number. What matters is love. What will the children say? Lisa and Michael talked to me. They're both very happy. Lisa even said, finally, Mom will be happy. That day I said yes. Our wedding was a small ceremony. My family, friends, Mark's family, everyone was there. Tom even came. But this time he approached Mark with respect. Mark, I pray that you make Emma happy. She's a good woman. I will, Tom. Don't worry. On our wedding night, Mark said, Emma, I promise you, I will never hurt you. You'll remember my love every day. And he kept his promise. Now 3 years have passed. Mark is 29, I'm 43. We're still happy. Mark's repair business has grown. Now 5 people work there. I still teach. We've built a beautiful life together. Lisa is a freshman in college, studying law. Michael started high school and continues playing guitar. Mark really treats him like a big brother. Last month, we're adopting a 2-year-old girl, Sophia. Mark is very excited. Emma, we're going to have our own baby, he says. People still sometimes look at us strangely, but we don't care. We're happy. Mark still brings me coffee every morning. He still sings while working. He still makes me laugh. And most importantly, he makes me feel loved every day. Sometimes I think, what if Mark hadn't come to my door that day? What if I had called a different handyman? But he came, and he didn't just repair my kitchen. He repaired my heart. He repaired my life. Falling in love again at 40 is possible. Being happy with a 26-year-old young man is possible. Age is just a number. What matters is the heart. Mark taught me this, and he continues to teach me every day. This is our story, Emma and Mark's story. The handyman and teacher's story. The story that age difference doesn't matter. And I know this story is just beginning. Because real love is measured not by age, but by heart. Mark's heart is bigger than mine, and this makes him more mature than my age. That's why I'm grateful every morning when I wake up. I'm grateful for that leaky faucet, because without that faucet, I would never have met Mark. Sometimes the most beautiful things come in the most unexpected ways. In the hands of a young man carrying a toolbox. This is our story, and it's a very beautiful story. But the story doesn't end here. In our 4th year, Mark surprised me big time. He said he wanted to redecorate the kitchen. When I came home from work, there was a huge photo collection on the kitchen wall. Photos of us taken from the day we first met. Emma, he said with tears in his eyes, this wall is the summary of our story. Every photo is one of our memories. The first photo was one I secretly took of him working in the kitchen. I was so happy that day that I had the courage to take Mark's photo, because that photo was the first sign of my love. The second photo showed the moment Mark had his first coffee with me. Back then I had realized how carefully Mark listened to me. A 26-year-old young man was patiently listening to a 40-year-old woman's troubles. The third photo was from our wedding day. Seeing how happy Mark looked next to me brought tears to my eyes. That day, everyone realized how sincere Mark was. Mark, I said that evening, you didn't just repair my house, you repaired me too. In our 5th year, Sophia's adoption process was completed. She was 3 years old, had black curly hair, and an angelic smile that resembled Mark's. When Mark first held her in his arms, Emma, this is our miracle, he said. We've become a family of 3 children. Lisa was a senior in law school then. One day she came home and said, Mom, after seeing how Mark treats you, I'm looking for love like that too. Michael had finished high school and decided to study music. Mark didn't just teach me guitar, he said. He taught me patience. He taught me love. At Sophia's 4th birthday party, our big family gathered. Mark's mother and father, my family, Lisa's friends from university, Michael's high school friends. Tom came too. There was no resentment between us anymore. After seeing what kind of person Mark was, he had acknowledged his past mistakes. Emma, he said while watching Mark, I never saw you this happy in 18 years. Mark really deserves you. That day, Mark gave me a special gift. He took out a small box from his toolbox. Emma, this is the key I used the day we first met. That day, I came just to repair the faucet, but actually, I opened the door to my life. When I opened the box, that old key was gold-plated. It said, home is where love is on it. In our 6th year, Mark's business achieved great success. Now called Thompson Home Services, it had become one of Seattle's most trusted repair companies. Yes, we, because I had also taken an active role in Mark's business. I was managing the marketing and customer relations department. Emma, Mark said one evening, "You're not just my wife. You've also become my business partner. We're a real team." Our company's slogan during that period was beautiful. We fix houses, we heal hearts. This slogan wasn't actually Mark's idea. One of our customers had suggested it. Mrs. Patterson, a 75-year-old widowed woman, we had done the electrical wiring of her house. "Mark, Emma," she had said, "you didn't just repair my house, you repaired my soul. I hadn't seen such warm treatment in years." Mark's relationship with customers was really special. He treated every customer as if they were part of his own family. That's why we had so many customers who came through referrals. In our 7th year, Sophia started school. Mark took her to school on her first day. Her teacher, Miss Johnson, said, "Sophia is a very happy child. There's clearly a lot of love at home." Sophia really was a very happy child. She called Mark Daddy and called me Mommy. She saw Lisa and Michael as sister and brother too. Lisa graduated from law school with honors that year. At the graduation ceremony, Mark said, "Emma, Lisa is our source of pride. You were a very good mother to her." Michael had gotten into music school. He had received a scholarship from Berklee College of Music. "Mark," he said, "I fell in love with music because of you. This success is yours too." In our 8th year, something unexpected happened. I got pregnant. When Mark heard the news, he first froze, then hugged me and started crying. "Emma, really? Are we going to have our baby?" "Yes, Mark. I'm 43 years old, but it's real." That night, Mark didn't sleep until morning. He was thinking of names for the baby, making nursery plans. "Emma, this baby is concrete proof of our love. Despite the age difference, we're a real family." During my pregnancy, Mark became very protective. Every morning, he prepared special breakfast, dropped me off at work, and picked me up. Dr. Williams said, "Mrs. Thompson, you're very lucky with your husband. Pregnancy at this age is difficult, but Mark's support makes everything easier." 9 months later, our son, David, was born. We named him after Mark's father. When Mark first held David in his arms, "Emma, people will be upset about our age when they look at this child, but we're happy. That's what matters," he said. After David's birth, our life became even more beautiful. Sophia was very fond of him. "This is my brother," she told everyone. Lisa had started practicing law. Michael was studying music in Boston. Both of them were very caring towards David. In our 9th year, Mark proposed to me again. "Emma, I want to propose to you again. This time I'm 30 years old, you're 49. We still have an age difference, but I still love you." "Mark, we're already married. But this time it's different. This time we're not just the two of us. We're a family with 4 children. Let's get married again." Our second wedding was much bigger. Lisa and Michael organized it. Sophia was the flower girl. David was only 6 months old, so he just watched. Tom came again too. This time his new wife Jennifer was with him. "Emma," Tom said, "you made the right choice with Mark. I spent 18 years with you, but I never saw you this happy." That night, Mark said, "Emma, 9 years ago I came to repair a faucet. Now I'm a father of 4 children. Life makes beautiful surprises." In our 10th year, Thompson Home Services had become Seattle's largest repair company. We had 25 employees. Mark was working much less in the field now, mostly doing management. "Emma," he said one day, "now instead of repairing other houses, we can focus on beautifying our own home." We had expanded our house, David's room, Sophia's playroom, Mark's workshop, my study. Lisa got married that year. Her husband James was a very good lawyer. At their wedding, Mark walked Lisa down the aisle. It was a very emotional moment. "Mark," I said, "you're acting like Lisa's real father." "Emma, Lisa is my daughter. Even though we don't have a blood connection, we have a heart connection." In our 11th year, twins were born, Lisa's children, Emma and Mark. They had named them after us to honor us. Michael was achieving great success in music. His first album had come out. On the cover it said, "To Mark Thompson, the man who taught me music." Sophia is 8 years old now. She's a very smart girl. "Mom," she says, "when I grow up, I'm going to write a book about you and Daddy." David is 3 years old. He looks a lot like Mark. He also loves playing with repair tools. In our 12th year, we had a big celebration. Mark and my wedding anniversary, but also Thompson Home Services' 10th anniversary. That evening, Mark made a speech. "Friends, 12 years ago, I went to Emma's house to repair a leaky faucet. That day, I thought it would just be a $50 job, but I found the greatest treasure of my life. Everyone in the hall was applauding. Emma didn't just teach me love, she taught me what it means to be a family. Lisa and Michael became my real children. Sophia is our miracle. David is proof of our love. That night, Mark had a special gift for me, a small box with a gold necklace inside. On the necklace was a miniature of our house. Emma, this is our first house, where everything began. Thanks to this necklace, you'll always carry it with you. Tonight, on the last day of our 12th year, as I write this story, I'm thinking, Mark is putting David to sleep right now. Sophia is doing her homework. Lisa and James are coming with the twins tomorrow. Michael is coming back from Boston. I still can't believe we've built such a big family. Falling in love again at 40 is not only possible, it's magnificent. When Mark fell in love with me at 26, it wasn't just my age, but my experience that appealed to him. Emma, he had said once, you became my teacher. You taught me not just love, but life. Mark's family had also accepted me like their daughter. Mark's mother, Ruth, said, Emma, you made Mark very mature. He's a real man now. Mark's father, William, loved me very much too. Emma, it's no coincidence that you're a teacher. You teach everyone something, he would say. Today, I'm 52 years old. Mark is 38. Our age difference is still the same, but no one looks at us strangely anymore, because our happiness is very obvious. Mark still brings me coffee every morning. He still sings while working. He still makes me laugh every day. And most importantly, he still tells me he loves me every day. Last week, Sophia asked, Mom, how did you and Daddy meet? Daddy came to repair our broken faucet, but actually he repaired me. What do you mean? My heart was broken, Sophia. Your daddy repaired it. So where did I come from? You came from our love. We wanted you very much. We waited for you very much. Mark had heard that conversation. He came to me and said, Emma, you explain love beautifully to children too. The most beautiful thing about this story is that it's not just our story. 47 couples from Thompson Home Services customers got married inspired by our story. Age gap relationships, second marriages, new beginnings, because Mark doesn't just repair houses, he repairs hopes too. Last month, 65-year-old Mrs. Foster said she wanted to file for divorce. Mark told her, Mrs. Foster, sometimes problems can be repaired. Give it one more chance. Now, Mrs. Foster and her husband are going to marriage counseling. This is our story, Emma and Mark's story, the story that started with a leaky faucet and continued with 4 children. And I know this story will continue for many more years because real love doesn't age. It just gets more beautiful. Mark's hands are still as strong as Tom's hands were. His eyes still sparkle like they did the first day we met. And I, at 52 years old, am still in love with him. Just like the first day.